Michigan and want to receive discounts and offers from local dispensaries, doctors providing certification services, and retailers, here's the place to do it. It's MPOplan.com. That's it, MPOplan.com. You'll get the favor of the best new promotional offers and discounts that come available from all types of businesses you already interact with. Picture the discounts you get with AAA or AARP. And now picture the same types of offers for the medical marijuana community. This is an offer that is made only, and I underscore that, only available to card-holding patients and caregivers in the state of Michigan. And it's absolutely free, and you don't see that much anymore. The Marijuana Patients Organization is a nonprofit corporation that advocates for the rights of medical marijuana patients, educates our neighbors, and delivers value and savings to its members. It's easy and free. Enroll now at MPOplan.com. The very first step in becoming a medical marijuana patient is qualification and certification. And as confusing and difficult as that can be to understand, the caring staff at Southfield Greene Medical are there to help guide you through the maze and reassure you of the facts and help you with the process. The Southfield Greene Medical Center is the area's trusted certification authority, available by appointment only. Call 248-848-0488. That's 248-848-0488, or log on to southfieldgreenmedical.com. If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenience you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discreet details right away. 888-369-3320. The
Greene Bee Collective.
Hey, medical marijuana patients, it's time to discover what all the buzz is about in Ann Arbor.
The Greene Bee Collective.
The Greene Bee Collective is busy making sure your patient needs are met with high-quality, locally grown meds.
The Greene Bee Collective.
Get to know the information, the research, the benefit available to your condition.
The Greene Bee Collective.
Weekly specials in just minutes from downtown Ann Arbor and I-94.
The Greene Bee Collective.
The details are sweet at mmmgreenbee.com. Call 734-929-2553 now.
Well, this formula is specifically to grow cannabis.
That's Ray Kogo for Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients.
Now, everybody knows that large buds and tight buds come from genetics, and then the amount of light you use. The other part is having the correct nutrients that the plant's going to use. Mine specifically to grow cannabis, so it's going to get everything that it needs.
Ray knows what you may not. Those nutrient companies you can get in most grow shops are not cannabis specific. That means they take the stuff out of the bloom that your plant needs in bloom. You can get Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients too. It's just 2 1-gallon jugs that make over 600 gallons of nutrients, all for less than $100. See the difference for yourself.
More trichomes, bigger buds, faster growth, and for less money.
Go to CANNABISformula.com or call Ray direct at 517-375-8998. That's 517-375-8998. Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients.
It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Steve Greene, Denise Policella, and Jamie Lowell currently on the phone. Also, Paul Tylenda. Denise and Paul, both attorneys. Denise is a business attorney. She handles the business affairs of many businesses, specializing in medical marijuana, part of her business. And then Paul Tylenda, he's a criminal defense attorney, also handling a great deal of medical marijuana cases. And he happens to be, I have to be complete in disclosure, my attorney. He's working on a case for me, I might add, without charging me. He's been kind enough to do that for me in sticking up for this cause. I'm an HIV patient growing for myself and other people, and the county and township have threatened me on numerous occasions, and Paul has been tireless in coming to our aid and rescue, and we thank you for that, Mr. Tylenda.
Of course, thank you.
A number of attorneys out there doing this, Matt Abel, Tom Loeb, the list, there's a huge list. Maybe you could mention a couple of more. There's a bunch of guys out there really putting their own time and effort and money into this for people that cannot, and you guys just really need to be thanked in a public way. I'm sorry I'm doing that, but it has to happen. Somebody's got to thank you guys.
Yeah, Tom Loeb, Neil Rockheim, guys like Mike Camorn, Matt Abel, Jim Razor. There's
Matt
a
Neighbor,
long
Mary.
list of attorneys who are, they're fighting the good fight and making sure that they're not just acquiescing into being bullied into one position. They're actually fighting for what the law stands for, and that's that's an admirable position, and it's not an easy fight.
Not to get sidetracked, but just so that people are aware, and so I am, because I don't get a chance to talk to you a whole lot. You guys are all busy guys in the attorney field, very, very busy. And so can you tell us maybe what's going on with the case that's happening currently, what the current pending status is of the thing against the township and the county?
Right now, everything is in a scheduling phase, so we can get our, have our day in court and get everything, procedurally in order. What had happened recently was the opinion from the Wayne County Circuit Court in the ACLU case, the Lott case, where the Wayne County judge says, well, the state law overrides the city ordinance, but federal law overrides the state law, so it makes federal law as preempting the state law in that application.
So they're saying the local law, by adopting the federal law, supersedes the state law, which gives them the authority to have any law whatsoever. That's very confusing.
It is. It's a little bit of a dog chasing its own tail.
Or so maybe the tail wagging the dog in some case.
Yes, precisely. But I also think that that's a county judge is going to pick that because it's a safe answer.
Right.
It doesn't matter what her opinion was, whether it came out favorable or not. It was going to be appealed.
Okay.
So it gives some people the starting point, but to take it from the circuit court to the Court of Appeals, as we've seen, the Court of Appeals is just looking to agree with the constriction of this law.
Right. So we're still waiting as far as our court case goes. We're still waiting on a date. Is that the correct thing?
Well, yeah, we have a scheduling date, and we're waiting to ultimately submit all of the lists of witnesses, of discovery, of information so that we can actually have a trial date and perhaps get a date for motions, because both sides are going to say, I'm right, I'm going to submit a motion for summary disposition for lack of a dispute of facts, and...
Well, we don't want to bore people.
Hey, can I just ask, this is about South Lyon Township, and what's being contested? Do they have a similar federal ban, or do they have some other type of restrictive and prohibitive ordinance in place?
Actually, I could probably answer that pretty quickly. Lyon Township did, at some point after I was doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, passed an ordinance restricting it completely, prohibiting it, same way that Livonia did, banning it based on federal prohibition. And so we have said, because they came to me and said, look, you got 30 days to stop doing this, or if we find out you're still doing it, we're going to come and arrest you. And the same thing, the law enforcement people, the county, vis-a-vis Bouchard and his guys, have harassed the heck out of me at my door without a warrant, always trying to find some way to jail me. And so in the absence of any other answer, we decided to ask them to declare the authority by which they're doing these things, the law that they passed, their ordinance, unenforceable. Is that correct, Paul?
Yes.
And it's unenforceable, again, we're saying, because this is a state law, and you're a township underneath the state, so you have to uphold state law, and your ordinance is against state law.
Well, it helps to point out that this is a civil rights issue as much as anything. We're getting harassed.
Well, one guy at a time. Let's let Paul finish, and then we'll let Jamie say what he's got to say. Go ahead.
They're all creatures of state law, so they can't enforce laws that they're not given. But it becomes a zoning argument, and even as we've seen in the Wayne County case, that argument doesn't necessarily fly. Only the preemption really becomes the issue.
Well, in some places they're saying you can't even grow for yourself, let alone other people.
Right.
So, I'm sorry, Jamie, go ahead. You said this is a civil rights issue, and I agree with you.
I was responding to your description of kind of being harassed by these people for wanting to participate in this legal program.
Oh, I can tell you outright, when this began, the first encounter I had with a police officer, as soon as he found, and this is the guy that's Sergeant Venus, up there at the the head of the Lyon Township post, called me all kinds of names publicly, embarrassingly, in front of all kinds of township people and public people. made all kinds of references, nasty names and references to me, because I was saying that I was going to do this and who I was. And I had to correct him. He's since apologized, so I'll just defend him from that standpoint because he's not here to defend himself. But he's since apologized because I told him he needed sensitivity training, that he should not be treating medical patients. I'm a carded patient because I'm an HIV patient, and he wants to say that I'm just some kind of druggie. It's just not true. So
we hear too much of that, but I'm glad that person eventually apologized to you.
He only apologized after I demanded it. I said, "You will not treat me such. You got to stand up for yourself. You can't just let police walk all over you with their mouths." In many cases, they speak from a place of lack of education. They don't know about some of this stuff. And that's what Sergeant Venus was doing. He didn't understand that I was an HIV patient, and that if anybody was allowed, certainly somebody like myself would be. Some people you could argue about. I don't think you could argue about people who are definitely part of the core of the program. But anyways, enough about that. Back to the subject of what is the lay of the land now? What can people expect? Where are we going? And is this our last show? All these guys have closed up shop and there's no more advertisers? How do you get money from guys to advertise their businesses if they're not doing business anymore? And how does that affect free speech and the forward progression of this movement? I'm not the only guy with this problem. Midwest Cultivator, there's all kinds of other guys that sell advertising to keep themselves alive. What do we do? What happens there?
Is that a question, or you being...
It's not a rhetorical question. It's
all righty, well, let's talk about that, okay? Your business model needs to change if you're a dispensary, and I'm going to say it again. If you're a dispensary or a compassion club, your dispensary, your business model may need to change. Some people don't need to change their business model to comply with what's currently going on. If you do not engage in the patient-to-patient sale of medical marijuana, then you're fine, okay? If you're going to be a business, you're probably going to take a hit short term as far as profitability. But, the statute, let's face it, was not written, the enabling legislation was not written with dispensaries or in mind. So, the dispensary owners are going to really have to roll with it right now. But it doesn't mean that you're going out of business. It just doesn't. You just have to change your business model hopefully short term. As far as long term, Jamie may want to speak to that a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure that the Queen is being appealed. I am fairly certain that we're going to try to get more stuff on the ballot and perhaps some legislation passed, but maybe Jamie can speak to that.
Yeah, Jamie, we got plans? I've heard tell of plans to maybe do some other initiative stuff. Hey, if the lawmakers want to screw with this, let's make it absolutely clear what the will of the people is, and you can't mess with that. What's going on with there? Are we planning on doing another referendum, another constitutional amendment? What's going on?
It's certainly being discussed right now. There's a few different things that are possible, and that's in the mix. That was brought up at our meeting yesterday, and I think some people from Normal and Matt Abel were talking about helping to initiate that.
Okay, so
and I think there's some support for it. I think in 2012,
we're getting ready to go to break. Got to cut you short again. Coming back on the other side with Jamie Lowell, Denise Policella, and Paul Thailand. It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Don't go away. 855-MMM Radio.
Call now, toll free. 855-MMM Radio. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
Well, this formula is specifically to grow cannabis.
That's Ray Kogo for Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients.
Now, everybody knows that large buds and tight buds come from genetics, and then the amount of light you use. The other part is having the correct nutrients that the plant's going to use. Mine specifically to grow cannabis, so it's going to get everything that it needs.
Ray knows what you may not. Those nutrient companies you can get in most grow shops are not cannabis specific. That means they take the stuff out of the bloom that your plant needs in bloom. You can get Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients too. It's just 2 1-gallon jugs that make over 600 gallons of nutrients, all for less than $100. See the difference for yourself.
More trichomes, bigger buds, faster growth, and for less money.
Go to CANNABISformula.com or call Ray direct at 517-375-8998. That's 517-375-8998. Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients. The Home of Medicine is a state-of-the-art facility in Ann Arbor where art and passion meet patience and safe quality access. Get to the place that has top-of-the-line security, atmosphere, art, and most importantly, a highly trained and caring, compassionate staff. And the convenience is clear. Home of Medicine is easy to get to in downtown Ann Arbor. Private, well-maintained, handicap-accessible restrooms, convenient, secure parking in 2 nearby lots with complimentary validation. The Home of Medicine. Log on to omofmedicine.org. The Patient's Place for medical marijuana education and safe access is Third Coast. Beautiful downtown Ypsilanti is where you can get safe, affordable access to education and materials concerning your specific needs, and quality products designed to meet your exacting needs. It's the Third Coast, 19 North Hamilton in Ypsilanti. Convenient hours, friendly, professional, compassionate. Call Third Coast today, 734-487-5402. That's the Third Coast Compassion Center in downtown Ypsilanti, 734-487-5402. If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenience you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discreet details right away. 888-369-3320. The very first step in becoming a medical marijuana patient is qualification and certification. And as confusing and difficult as that can be to understand, the caring staff at Southfield Greene Medical are there to help guide you through the maze and reassure you of the facts and help you with the process. The Southfield Greene Medical Center is the area's trusted certification authority, available by appointment only. Call 248-848-0488. That's 248-848-0488, or log on to southfieldgreenmedical.com. 4M Magazine invites you to the second annual Extravaganza, August 20th and 21st in Imlay City. Admission is free. Parking is free. There'll be fun for everyone. Speakers and certifications. Get value and savings from the vendor booths, which are available for $100 for the whole weekend. Get to Extravaganza in Imlay City, August 20th and 21st. Get all the details at 4mmagazine.com. That's the number 4mmagazine.com. Member, Michigan Association of Compassion Centers, protecting patient rights throughout the state. The Patient's Place for medical marijuana education and safe access is Third Coast. Beautiful downtown Ypsilanti is where you can get safe, affordable access to education and materials concerning your specific needs, and quality products designed to meet your exacting needs. It's the Third Coast, 19 North Hamilton in Ypsilanti. Convenient hours, friendly, professional, compassionate. Call Third Coast today, 734-487-5402. That's the Third Coast Compassion Center in downtown Ypsilanti, 734-487-5402.
It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
We didn't have a chance to play some Foo Fighters. Since Denise wasn't here last week, and she's here this week, I had to play some Foo Fighters for Denise. In fact, welcome back to the show, Denise. How you doing?
Thank you, Steve.
We had a great time out at the Dream Cruise last weekend. We did our little live broadcast. We just did our own thing right from the streets out in front of the Tint Shop, which is right next to Vincetta Garage on Woodward over there in, is it Berkeley? No, it's not. That's Birmingham. Is it No, it is Berkeley. That's considered Berkeley. Anyway, we did our show from there. It was a great show. We did not get a chance to do the other thing we were trying to do. That's a whole other thing. We'll talk about that another day. I'm hoping this isn't our last show. We might be here next week, folks. It's going to be a stand-by and see thing. If we got no advertising money coming in, what are you going to do? Jamie from Third Coast on the phone right now. Jamie, you got any parting words? We've only got a couple of minutes left, and I want to talk to Daniel, who's done a great job working with us from Specs Howard. I promised him a chance to talk on the radio. I want to give him a couple of minutes. Jamie, you got anything, parting words for what's going on and what people can look forward to, what the lay of the land is? What are we expecting from Third Coast and the people out there in Ypsilanti?
Well, we're staying open, as long as we can. We have to be very fortunate to be where we are and to have the type of progressive thinking municipal officials that we have. We're working with them to try to figure out what's going on. We think that our particular model is not directly affected by this.
That's terrific and important, too. Can people get a hold of you? Because they've been calling me, and I'm like, okay, look, I'm not at harvest time yet. I'm not there. We got to find other resources for you, and that is the resource. How can I get them to you, Jamie? Tell them who to call.
Well, they can certainly call. 734-487-5402, and we'll see if there's any way we can help them out. But The point is that this law is kind of resilient, but it's going to go through some twists and turns. And right now we feel kind of battered around.
It's awful.
And we're going to deal with stuff like that, but we can't quit. We have to keep moving, and people are getting even more galvanized over this stuff. So
we got to push back. We
got
to stay on the radio, man. We got to talk to people. We got to get people engaged with their politicians and keep people informed about what's happening. Otherwise, what are you going to do? So stir the waters for us, Jamie. We're going to come back and see if we can't get some more people open back up there in Ypsilanti or any place that they've shut down. We want to find ways and answers to keep business going and to keep safe access to patients.
Monday night in Ann Arbor, the city council meeting, Steve Postma, who's the city attorney, who's known to be in opposition of us, is going to try to convince them to send out cease and desist letters to all the
Monday. Is this Monday?
Monday night. They need to be told this is not what we want, and this is not their job to do this.
We're going to be there, and we're going to stream that thing live on RadioWeedShow.com. I promise you that. We will be there, and we will stream that thing live. We'll put the pressure on Postma. We're not going to let them mess with the hard work you guys have done there in Ypsilanti.
Well, this is actually Ann Arbor. We don't have the same problem. Fortunately, we don't have a city attorney like Postma, but this is right next door, and we care about those people, and they help out thousands of people, and we can't stop that.
We got to stand behind each other, and like you say, your neighbors. We all fall like dominoes if we don't help each other stand up.
Absolutely.
So thanks for coming on the show, Jamie. Again, Jamie's out at Third Coast Compassion Center, 19 North Hamilton, Ypsilanti. They're open. If you've got a need, they may be able to help you. Go see them. Thanks, Jamie. We'll talk to you soon. Back to Denise. Denise, you got any parting words? Because I want to give the last couple to Daniel. I promised him I'm not going to leave him go on that.
Yeah, no. Parting words are nobody panic, okay? Kind of echoing what Jamie said. If you value this law, if you value your rights, if you don't want to see it go away, you get on the phone to your legislator, get to your local dispensary or Compassion Club, get on the MAC website and contribute. This is absolutely the time we need to galvanize, to unite, and to stick together so we can get through this. This is a temporary setback.
Denise, do you want to plug? I know you've expanded your business. You're doing some criminal defense stuff as well. Is that true? Yes.
I am going to start providing criminal defense services. Not quite yet, probably in the next month. But as of right now, I still represent, start, and counsel medical marijuana businesses.
Give them your number. Please give me your number.
517-546-1181 is the office line. Call anytime. Come in for a consultation. I'll come to you. I represent right now 13 dispensaries in 9 counties, and
I got 2 minutes.
We're all doing okay.
Thank you so much, Denise. You're just a breath of fresh air to this community, and we love you. And we always have liked you. I'm just talking too fast. We've always have liked you being on the show, and hopefully we'll still have a show to be around to next week. You're going to keep in touch with me so we can get you back in the radio in the studio. Oh, looks like she's gone. We've left her already. Daniel, turn on that microphone. It's ticking down. I promised Daniel for the whole show we'd give him the last minute and a half. Are you there, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm here.
Daniel's worked so hard doing this Dream Cruise Live thing and the Dream Ride Live and the Medical Marijuana Radio Show as an intern, done an awful lot of stuff and stepped up in a place. I just got to tell you, Dan's an awesome guy. Can you talk to us about what you do and what your plans are, Daniel?
I'm the first radio video intern. It's a term I came up with myself, so hopefully I'm going to market it to other people. But yeah, I've been in video the whole time, and I just love video.
Hey, you've got, real quick, you've got a little bit of a business you do yourself. You do some video stuff for people? Because I'm going to put some stuff that Daniel's done up on the website, a couple of places, and we'll talk about that. You go to RadioWeedShow.com and look for updates. But tell them, Daniel, how to get a hold of you for video services.
Well, it's probably link right to through your site. We'll put up my address on there, and then they can contact me through you.
That sounds like a good plan.
Easiest.
Dan, I just wanted to say thanks so much for all your hard work and dedication to this show. You're a very professional guy, worked very hard, takes direction well, and puts up with my crap, because I have a lot of crap. Thanks for being a part of it. I'm sorry, the RadioWeedShow.com guys, the stream got cut short today as far as the audio goes. Look for us hopefully next week here on AM 1310, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show and RadioWeedShow.com are trademarks. Copyright 2000.
Identify yourself, please.
This is Detroit's Progressive Talk, 1310 WDTW, Dearborn, Detroit.